There are 2 games left of the season, but more importantly, Orlando Pirates lost their game in hand. We are 3 points behind them. 6th place is a real possibility. We are still 5 behind Supersport, but today we play our game in hand over them. So let's get into it. This is Quite Average Gamer. My name is Duncan, and welcome back to the Pentagon Challenge. Let's go. So welcome in everybody, and let us then start on this league table. As you can see, 26 games played, both of us, they're only 3 points ahead. Now, what I found interesting is I got a notification or email in game. Where is it? It was literally the other day. Oh dear God. You can tell that I really plan these things out, don't I? Oh, for the love of Christ. It doesn't matter. We have scored the most amount of goals we've ever scored as a club in this division. So we've scored 42 goals. Last season, 39. So yeah, in the 2 seasons, this is the second season, we've already scored more goals we did last year. In terms of conceding goals, we are about the same. But none of that is important. What is important, though, is that we are only a couple of points behind where we ideally will get to be. If we win today, 2 points behind Supersport, 3 behind Swallows. Honestly, these positions are absolutely obtainable. It's just whether we can keep up our form. In fact, if we win our last 4 games of the season, we should finish above both Orlando Pirates and Supersport, because we play both. Another thing I noticed when I was looking at today's tactics, and I'll explain the changes we've made, is Morris on the left is probably better. Now, it said winger, he's right-footed, and I was like, I've obviously just kind of half ignored it. Why am I not playing him as an inside forward or an inverted winger? He's right-footed, so why am I trying to get him to go down that wing? So I think today we're going to try him as an inside forward instead of a winger. We may end up switching that to an inverted winger. Maru, who we have on loan, is out for the rest of the season with a hip injury, and Ronaldo Lina, our goalkeeper, is out injured for a couple of days with a facial laceration. So Stevens will make his first appearance for us in goals. That is the only change to the starting 11. Balsam Maru is not on the bench. Dlamini will be the man who come in and take that position. Hoping that having a change of goalkeeper won't make any difference today. This is a game we should, on paper, be winning. It's just about if we actually can, I suppose. But our form since we turned up at the club has been great. It's been far better, I think, than anyone could have predicted and expected. Although the board will beg to differ, but we were in charge for the very end of period 2. We took all the games to period 3. We're now in period 4. Period 3, if that was the beginning of the league, we'd be top of the league by a point, you know? So we are doing well. It's just about whether we can keep up this form until the end of the season and then begin a proper build or rebuild of the squad. Had a look. So we got our scout reports through for Kaya, for Kupe, for Kamalo, and Lukabeni, sorry. Kupe's apparently really interested, but his agent won't sit and talk to us just now because he's keeping his options open to the end of the season. But out of them all, Kupe's probably the one we do want to bring in the most. Going by the scout report. Kaya, we could bring in, but it's not really ideal for defensive mid, but we could bring him in. Downside is the wage he apparently wants. So he's definitely one that we'll need to approach when his contract is expired from the club he's at. It's his Muromo Gallants. Kamalo we won't be touching. Lukabeni, kind of the same as Kamalo. He could come in as an option, but realistically, the wage he's wanting, I'd rather look elsewhere unless that wage demand comes down. I'm probably going to spend a fair bit of pre-season looking at all the players we have and will have next season in terms of before the window opens, all that stuff, I'm going to look at who we actually still have and try and figure out the system that best utilises all of our better players' strengths. Now, our midfield three, I am very comfortable saying that they can probably do whatever we need them to do. In terms of a system, the roles will probably never change. Centre mid on attack or support, an advanced playmaker on support or attack, and a ball with a midfielder in there. I'm very comfortable with them three. Maybe a box-to-box midfielder if Weber was to be sold or something. But, in general, those three guys, no matter the system we play, their roles will probably stay the same. So those three guys I'm very comfortable with. But it's trying to now get the best out of Setgota and Mokwana, and also something that's comfortable for our defenders is probably what I'm going to have to focus a fair bit of time on, and then see who we can bring in. I could genuinely see us going to a possession-based system, so a control possession thing I think could work quite well for us. The downside is I need to figure out how we get Mokwana scoring and scoring regularly. It's just where we are. The other option, I guess, is it Mokwana that can play in the wing? I think he can. Could he be a wing option, maybe as an inside forward or something? Possibly. In terms of a guy whose contract's up and it's Gumede, we could trigger an extension for him, but I don't think I will. He's declining in terms of overall ability. We actually just got a in-game email about it. That he's declined a little bit. And he's 30 or 31 now. It's a tough one because I don't really want to just lose a striker, but at the same time, we need to improve our options. So even if we kept him on, I'd still want at least another one. So I think we'll probably set him for release and free up those wages going into the summer. Still haven't made a decision on Vilakazi, which is probably the only other player I think of note whose contract's up, but I could be wrong. Setgota breaking forward, has a shot from distance, and it's in off the post, and we go 1-0 up against Richards Bay. I like it. Setgota has a 6.5 until he puts the ball in this back of the net, and he does what we love him doing. He cuts inside onto his left foot and he has that shot. Again, another guy I'm playing as a winger who probably isn't a winger on the right side. That may be his favoured role, but for a guy who's left-footed only, inverted winger on attack is probably better. He's 9 for long shots, but he's absolutely been performing better than that. Although his mental attributes maybe aren't the best, and I can see why we stick to winger. But inside forward can maybe do him a good turn, or we play him on the left as an out-and-out winger. We'll see. He could maybe switch to that left-hand side at some point. But as things stand, he is our best option on that right wing. Mokwana intercepted, but it falls to Setgota, who gets tackled. Weber hits the post, hit the woodwork again today. See, we're always being said to work the ball into the box, and I genuinely don't know if that is something that would benefit Mokwana. And I'm going to say yes. It's a penalty. Probably Setgota who's hitting it, I'd imagine. It is. Can he double his lead and his goal tally for today? He can. Tucks it away quite comfortably. And we double our lead away at Richards Bay. Morris has given us a 6.8, which is good. I think his last couple of games have been pretty shit. So it's good to see that for him. And well done for Larry there. Just nicks in front of the guy and takes the ball. And then Morris just loses possession as easily as we gained it, apparently. But Ricksotso got that one. Apparently, Nguyama's actually our best right back. Oh, come on, Mokwana. He is through. 1-on-1. And he hits it wide. Do I try and sell him in the summer after renewing his contract? I don't know. I am so unbelievably torn on him at the moment. See, our passing is pretty decent. That's why I'm also kind of thinking we might favour a possession-based system instead of this counter-attack that we're trying to do, because we seem to be dominating every game we play in terms of the possession stats. So I don't we're not really getting the chance to hit on the counter. Morris makes it 3. We never seem to be able to hit on the counter because we're always the team with all the possession. So I don't know if we just embrace that and go, okay, fuck it, we'll play this control possession, we'll work the ball into the box, and we'll just take our time with slow build up. And I'm okay with that, genuinely. And I just don't want to change any of the system or anything like that just now, but there's only a few games left. I'd rather just get to the end of the season, doing what we're doing, and then take it from there. Mokwana shot comes off the back of the defender, goes out for a corner. Really need him to start scoring goals. Because right now, the money we're paying him each week, he is going to have to be our starting striker. But he's really not impressing me. More for me for, I think, offering him a new contract, to be fair. All on me, that one. Can't blame anyone else. Sitgotta fires the corner and back post, won by their defender. Weber shot from distance, blocked and hit back out by their defender, and it's half time. 3-0 up at half time. I am happy with the number of shots. You've not been good enough. Now you're complacent. Fucking hell. Do you know what? Fuck you, Kameri. You can come on. You're shit anyway, but you can come on. And we'll see if we can maybe get something from him. Well done, Morris. I'm saying nothing to that there. That's just, it was funny. Right, can we defend the corner? Somewhat. And by defend it, they got a header and they missed. So, win-win, I suppose. Larry's starting to tire, which seems to be all of our issues, to be fair. Although Larry is, I think, 29. He is getting on a little bit. We'll bring on Villakazi. It's not quite like for like, but it's enough for me to be relatively happy with it. I'm going to leave Sitgot on just now. Now they've hit the woodwork. They've had a lot of shots this game. But like, because can't hit the ball on target. Weber wins the header, but there's nobody there to knock it to. Weber, can he get it out? Sitgotta plays it through for Gamede. He's offside, and he misses anyway. Oh my god, none of our strikers can hit the target. It's infuriating. Actually infuriating. And TNT. Okay, nice easy pass. Nice and easy. Give him it back. Good. Weber's such a good player. He links up so much of what we do. I think we make changes on the at least left wing. Going to bring on Dlamini, who will play as a winger. Going to bring on Strogbo as well, replacing Gima. Got one more change we can make. I'm just not quite sure who I want to bring on as of yet. I mean, one of the 4 players I expect will still be here next season in terms of Gianni, Jelly, Mkize, or Safama, but I just don't know who I want to give some minutes to at the moment. I feel like there's so little movement other than Weber. A long ball to absolutely nobody from the centre back there. And now they are breaking, I guess, as they get the ball. Oh, fuck off. That is never a penalty. And it's 3-1. Fuck's sake. Right, I'm going to bring off Sitgot, I think. Going to bring on Safama. And that'll be our final change of the game. 20 minutes remaining. Unless I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can. Gameri heads clear. I do have the weird worry. No, it's not a weird worry at all. I do have the worry that all of our key players are older. Now I know this isn't a squad that our team, sorry, that we're planning on staying for seasons upon season. We're not really building for long-term success, just quick as possible success. But having a lot of older players, once it gives us that experience, it doesn't necessarily. It's not maybe ideal. Yeah, we can always press. I don't mind. Stellenbosch are beating Royal AM. That helps us out, I believe. Kaiser Chiefs are beating La Masia. Whatever, it just keeps La Masia away from us and keeps Kaiser Chiefs the same distance they were behind us. I don't know why nobody even tried to block that cross there. Just a few minutes remaining of this game. Golden Arrows beating JDR Stars, which you would expect. I've already said do it, why are you not doing it? Final few seconds of the game. And that pretty much takes care of the threat. A comfortable win, all in all. Still feel the penalty was dubious, but it doesn't matter. We win 3-1, which I believe now puts us, what, equal points with Orlando Pirates, 2 points behind Sunsport, right? That's what we were saying beforehand. Yep, equal points with Orlando Pirates, but they haven't played today for some fucking reason. Right, so if they play... Oh, okay, I didn't realise that. So if Orlando Pirates win their next game, they'll go above Sunsport. But goal difference-wise, we are on 11. The 3 teams above us are on 13. So we need that goal difference to kind of come up more for us in our favour, which since we've been here, we have been clawing our way up. We were a negative goal difference when we took over. Now we're plus 11. Which is awesome. In fact, is our next game not against Orlando Pirates? Let's just check that before we get to it. Yeah, it is. The next game we're playing is Orlando Pirates. Win, and we should overtake them in the league. Sounds good to me. See you all in a second. Welcome back, everyone. One change to the starting 11. Leonor comes back in goals, and that is it. Hopefully today we can get this win now against Orlando Pirates and finally climb up another league position. We have told Gumede we will not be renewing his contract in the summer. I made that decision. And by the way, I looked at our starting 11 for the last game. The youngest player on our starting 11 was 25-year-old Mokwana. Everyone else was 27 and above. And you'd think that's not too bad. There was like 2 players at 27, a couple at 29, and the rest were 30 plus. We have an old squad. And I think that is, because I've never really looked at the players outside of like attributes and roles and things. Like I never like paid attention to age, I never paid attention to things like that. Like Vilakazi, who I'm considering giving a new deal, is 35 years fucking old. And he's on 2.4k a week to be an impact sub. So I'm not renewing his contract, I don't think. Like, I think I know where this club is spending all its money, and it's on old players that they just haven't moved on. And I didn't realise that until between the 2 games. So, when I was saying I was going to be comfortable with what we had, and yes, it's about success now, not building for success, also to try and complete this challenge, but at the same time, to have any form of manoeuvrability in the transfer market, if you're paying like 2.4k a week, it has to be for somebody who's starting. It can't be for a fucking impact sub midfielder. So, yeah, this squad needs a lot more surgery than I actually thought. So when I said, oh, guys like Gianni and Jelly, and I think even Safam will be the type of players we're going to need in the squad, yeah, they are. The guy's on like a few £100 a week, just under £1,000 a week, to be impact subs is fine, but I can't be having guys like him on near enough £2,500 a week to not really play. So this squad's going to need so much more surgery. I think nobody in that back 4 is under. I don't think anyone's younger than 30. I'll need to double check again, but yeah, this squad actually needs a lot more done to it than I actually thought. And the issue is, like, I don't mind having older, experienced players in the squad, especially being key players. We signed Mathoho for the exact reason, but what it can't be is having a squad of guys about to hit 30 and 30 and above 30 whose ability and performance game to game could just start falling off a cliff, and same with the physical attributes. It's a risk. So my midfield three is a very experienced midfield three. I think Larry might be the youngest at 29. So yeah, there's actually a lot of stuff I'm probably going to need to try and do in the summer that I didn't even click when I took this job on, or until right now with 3 games remaining. I am happy how we've dominated possession. What I'm not happy with is the chances we've created. We're doing well keeping the ball in our counter-attacking system, but we're not really getting the chances at the moment. Another player example is Morris. He's 30 years old. The coaches or whoever was like, oh, we should offer him a new deal. He's a useful part of the squad, and he probably is. But again, 30 years old, $2,000 a week, fringe player. Can I get better for him? Like, I want to think I can get a better starting wide player. I mean, Gotta can take that side as long as I can get a better right winger. I've already said our strikers need to improve. He's another player who, yeah, on paper he's fine. And if he was only Asian player type thing that we had in the squad, or in his positions in the squad, I could maybe renew his deal if I could get him in a lower wage. But when everyone, except for Mokwana and I guess Safama, are like mid to early 20s, we're struggling. We are struggling. So my easy kind of strength in a couple of positions somewhere is looking less and less likely. So I'm just watching them try and break. It's not really came to anything. Mokguana's playing shit again. There is a surprise. I'm going to bring on Jelly for Ricozzo. He's playing poor. Gumede, who is leaving the club, is coming on for Mokwana. So only changes I'm going to make at the moment. Going to try and work the ball into the box. Nope. What's this? I don't care about that. Fucking get suspended for 1 game. Pish. What I'm annoyed about is the fact that they're about to take the lead. Good save, Leaner. Good save. Morris looks shattered, which is far from ideal. I think I'm going to bring on Safama and we'll just move Gotta out to the left-hand side. Oh my god, yeah. Let's swap them round. Bring on Safama. You'll play as a winger on attack. You'll play as an inverted forward. Inside forward, sorry, on support. I'm kind of watching some of the other fitness issues we've got just now, but try not to be too concerned by it. But they've really stepped up this half. They're having the best of the chances, let's be honest here. Larry is struggling. Going to bring on Velakazi and Mikize. It's all I can really do. Play you one certain attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, all subs have been made. And now we just need to kind of hope for the best. Probably berate them in a minute if things don't start going our way. It's probably about 20 minutes left. I imagine there'll be 2 or 3 minutes added on. Come on, guys. To pass straight through has then got a chance to go straight down the middle. Keeper saved it comfortably, but still not ideal. I mean, in terms of chances created, we're even. We're absolutely even. Demand more. Mikize, Ingonyama. Simple pass. Mikize, Velakazi. Gets it to Gotta, who's came inside. Mikize. Will he take it wide? He does. Cut it back for Safama. No. Fires on the ball back post. Gumede heads it over the bar. Oh, God. So it's not ideal, really. It's not the worst result, to be fair, but I would like to have won in went ahead of them. Well, ideally cut the goal difference down a lot bit between the two as well. So it got a cussed side shoots well over the bar. And that's at full time. Wow, that went in quick. Ignore possession. I'm not really counting that. We're pretty much even all game. It's a fair result. Yeah, we'll trust the process, I think. But pretty even. Neither team clinical. And we stay on level points and level goal difference. Swallows have got their game to play still. If they win that, they'll go, 5 points ahead? 4 points behind Super Sport. We have 2 games remaining this season, and that is what we will come back for. First of all, though, I am going to criticise. I'm going to point finger and need to be clear about it. You do need to start playing better. Stellenbosch secure their survival in the league. So yeah, 14 days till the next game, which is against La Masia. And then after the La Masia game, there's like near enough a full month before we play Super Sport. But they're the 2 games we're going to come back for in the next episode. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm right about maybe properly try to dismantle this squad now, age-wise, and start spending the wages wisely, or do you think another season with these experienced players won't make much of a difference? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.